Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to Ball Chat, where we discuss the week's major news in the world of football, aka soccer. I'm one of your hosts, part of the Ball Chat family. My name is Benton, along with my brethren. Come on, is traveling this week, but Junior is live and direct. Junior, how you doing, brethren?
Here and I'm here. I'm good. What's going on?
I'm doing well. Junior, speak up, brethren, so we can make sure so we hear you.
Oh, you're supposed to hear me loud and clear, man. No bother with that.
How was your week, boss? How was your week?
Well, it's good that I can't complain at all. It's good. It's going.
It's going. It's going. It's going. All right. So, football family, we have a packed show for you today. We're gonna hit the major news in the world of football. We're gonna discuss the Serie A as a big game took place, AC Milan versus Juve. We're gonna discuss the FA Cup as Crawley FC defeated Leeds in a shocker. Marcelo Bielsa and Leeds are officially out of the FA Cup. We'll discuss yard ballers. Camon is not here, but we'll have a segment of yard ballers as Ravel Morrison is finding another team. Junior, get ready for your big baller. Find another team. Ravel is moving on and he's parted way with his current team. If you're following us on Flow Sports YouTube page, Ball Chat Facebook page, or Ball Chat YouTube page, you can join the show. If you're on Twitter or Instagram, you can join the show. You can send on your questions or comment. We always start off the top of the show with ballers highlighting the most impressive players of the week, and we acknowledge those who didn't do quite well in the bug segment. So, Junior, family, do you have any ballers this week? Who do you have as your baller of the week and why?
You know, my ball of the week, I'm going to give it to a whole team. I'm going to give it to AC Milan. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going to give it to AC Milan. After what happened against Juventus, for you to come back today or yesterday and get a 2-0 win and maintain your lead in the Serie A, the unlikely leaders in the Serie A, they could have easily folded after getting beaten up by Rabiot and Juventus and company. But they found a way to get up, dust themselves down, put their shoes back on, and go out there and win. So, yes, it was against lesser competition, but I think they didn't make the mistake a lot of teams make in losing one game twice. So I definitely have to give my ball of the week to AC Milan for what they're doing.
All right, so you only have one baller this week. AC Milan, a fantastic recovery after they lost it to Juventus, as I predicted that they would have gone a stretch of losing streak. But we'll get to that later on, as we'll discuss that Juventus versus AC Milan game in our Serie A recap. My ball of the week, I have three ballers of the week. Actually, first baller have to go to Matthew Hupp, U.S. teenager, first American to score a hat-trick in the Bundesliga, as he scored a hat-trick for Schalke as Schalke defeated Hoffenheim 4-0. And the important thing about this hat-trick for young Matthew Huff is the youngest American to have scored a hat-trick in European football and the first American, as originally stated, to score a hat-trick in the Bundesliga. He helped Schalke actually end a 30 games winless streak. So Schalke is officially won a game. And I also give a ball of the week award to Charlery FC. Charlery FC or Charlie FC in the FA Cup, as they defeated a depleted Derby County, COVID depleted Derby County. And what did Charlie FC did? They went ahead and sang Adele, Never Forget Me or Don't Forget Me. So big up yourself, Charlery FC, as they move on to the next round of the FA Cup. And I also want to give a ball off the way to Erling Haaland and Borussia Dortmund. Erling Haaland does not look like a striker. When I think of someone who personifies strikers in the way they look, and seeing people like Didier Drogba and Ruud van Nistelrooy, who looks like goal scorer, Erling Haaland does not fit that bill. But what he lacks in appearance, he makes up for conversion rate. He scored 2 goals yesterday as Borussia Dortmund defeated RB Leipzig in the top of the table clash in the Bundesliga, in a big matchup in the Bundesliga. So Erling Haaland and Borussia Dortmund, it seems like Tershek and Borussia Dortmund is finally looking like they have a little bit of teeth, Junior, as They really displayed an impressive performance against RB Leipzig. Junior, do you have any other ballers you want to acknowledge before we give football family? You can send on your ballers and bugs. Do you have any ballers that you missed that you want to acknowledge?
I'm in a bug mood.
You're in a bug mood. All right. Well, let's get to it then, Junior. Who do you have as your bug of the week, family? Bug being the unimpressive players of the week.
Unimpressive players, unimpressive organization, unimpressive groups, unimpressive referees. Let me start with the players. Carlos Vinicius. Now, Tottenham beat a little no-name side 5-0 in the FA Cup, right?
Yes. They
And
defeated Marine.
It's all over Facebook. It's all over Twitter. It's everywhere.
Yes.
Carlos Vinicius, in one of his goal celebration, to be honest, to be fair, he celebrates his goal this way with the trademark or the traditional, whatever you want to call it. What my boy the name from PSG? Why am I drawing a blank? I can't believe I'm drawing a blank right now. Ball week for me too. Yeah, but the man celebrate a hat trick, scoring against a bunch of plumbers from 4 yards out, and stand up with the full celebration like this.
Oh, the Mbappe celebration.
Mbappe celebration like this. I'm like, dude, you're playing against a bunch of plumbers. Just score the goal, turn back and go back and get ready for kick off the ball, man. So bug of the week for that. My other bug of the week. And people go and say I'm bad minding them. I'm not bad minding. I'm being honest. Inter Milan. AC Milan just lose to Juventus, right? You are second in the Serie A. The top team just lost to Juventus. Your main rival just lost to Juventus. And what you do the next game? You draw with Roma. You don't want to win Serie A. You just want to be close to the top. Bug of the week. I mean, Leipzig. You are this close to Bayern Munich, a team that has your hands on a trophy every year. You are 2 points away from being top of the Bundesliga. And what you do? You go lay an egg against Borussia Dortmund. I don't know why you're not more the Erling Haaland, a big baller. Ray. You have a chance to separate yourself from RB is what? I mean, Dortmund is fourth in the Bundesliga, maybe or fourth or fifth. You have a chance to separate yourself from them. And you're going to lay such an egg. Bug. Dirty GFF. We'll soon talk about it now. Just know that GFF is bug of the week. I will soon talk about GFF. And that's it.
Okay, seems like we have an infestation with Junior's bug of the week. Junior is giving Inter Milan. He's giving JFF, and we'll get to JFF in a yard ball as well, Jamaican Football Federation. Inter Milan for laying an egg this week as they missed a glorious opportunity to go at the lead and take the lead in the Serie A and the Scudetto. We'll get to that in the Scudetto roundup. And at the top of the pile for bug of the week is Junior Vinicius of Tottenham, who scored a hat-trick against Marine and celebrating like he's Mbappe. Junior have bugs and RB Leipzig. My bug of the week, I only have one bug of the week and have to give it to Didier Lamkelzee. Idiot move, an absolute idiotic move by Didier Lamkelzee. Didier Lamkelzee plays for Antwerp in the Belgian First Division. He's pushing aggressively for a move away from Antwerp. What did Didier Lamkel did? Didier showed up for practice at Antwerp with the rival jersey on, wearing an Anderlecht jersey. Come on. And they locked the door on him. This is idiotic. You cannot show up for practice in a rival's jersey. These people are paying you. Didier Lamkelzee, he gets the bug of the week. And he also go on social media and threaten to wear fierce rival Beershot jersey for the next practice. So Didier Lamkelzee gets the bug of the week for me. Football family, if you have ballers and bugs, send them on. Junior, let's get to it. We have a lot of major news that took place this week and some news that we missed that we want to highlight. But Junior, let's get to our football roundup. Let's start off with the Scudetto. Big games this week that took place in the Scudetto. AC Milan versus Juventus. AC Milan lost that game 3-1. They played well. But your thoughts on the overall display from Juventus? Did Juventus show the AC Milan that, look, we're coming for that trophy? are coming back to retain that trophy.
Where's Juventus right now in the table?
Juventus is currently sitting. We can go to our Serie A table. Juventus is currently sitting third, or fourth in the Serie A table, as they are actually 7 points back from AC Milan.
Right, but they in all fairness, they just beat Sassuolo 3-1, right? And I think the table is prior to beating Sassuolo.
No, so this is the newly updated table. This is with the Sassuolo victory, so they just defeated Sassuolo.
So they beat Sassuolo.
Yes.
You are third. Before you think about overtaking AC Milan, try reach second first now. Now, in all fairness now though, Juventus did well. That game to me was more of a litmus test for AC Milan, more than Juventus saying that they're going to come back and win the title. That title, it was idiotic for me to say the title race is over for Juventus, but too much will have to happen for them to come in and take first. I know it's only 4 points, people, but AC Milan and Inter Milan are showing no signs of really slowing down to where Juventus can run away with this thing. So
wait, what do you mean Inter Milan? It's been slowing down. They lost to Sampdoria and they drew with Roma.
So if Inter Milan is slowing down and Juventus is still behind them, what do you say about Juventus?
Juventus has finally found its feet. It won its last 3 games on the track. So I mean, as opposed to Inter Milan, little bit waffling.
Why can't Inter Milan get their next run? I mean, this is a league of runs, and we're past the halfway mark. We're past reaching the halfway mark of the season. So the teams are who they are.
Yes. And Inter Milan, to be fair, Inter Milan did have an 8-game unbeaten run prior to the Sampdoria loss.
So that's why I say it's more of a litmus test for AC Milan, because that was a big game for AC Milan. We know Juventus was going to come with all guns blazing, and was AC Milan prepared? I would make the argument that they weren't prepared for the moment, but they did show that they gained some experience by quickly recovering, because, like I said, a lot of time teams out there lose one game twice, and AC Milan didn't do that. So, yes, they lost the battle on the day, but I think they got some invaluable experience that will help them going down the stretch. And barring injuries, I can't see AC Milan not finishing the race, but anything can happen because it's still close.
Yeah, and the good news for AC Milan today is that the Zlatan Ibrahimovic also returned. He got subbed on late in the game, and so they are a genuine outfit, and let's see if they bolster that squad in the transfer window, in the January transfer window. But Junior, we know AC Milan at least seems to be overachieving, but if AC Milan is overachieving, what do you make of Inter Milan in this underachievement? They had a huge opportunity this week to really jump AC Milan, and they went ahead and just let 4 points slipped.
I say it all the time. They are a team of underachievers. They are not overachievers. Look at where all these players are coming from. They don't have the pedigree on that team to say, let's go out there, grab it by the scuff and pull a team out of the fire. We have not seen that. And yes, I'm a Manchester United fan. Yes, Inter Milan is made with a lot of Manchester United players. But let's be fair. Not only Manchester United players. Christian Eriksen, Vidal, etc. All of these players, they have not proven in their career that they can make the big step. They are very good players. It's a very good team, very talented team. But what happens when they get punched in the mouth? Only the cream rise to the top. And unfortunately, many times the cream at Inter Milan stay hidden. So it's not over. It's not over by any stretch of the imagination. AC Milan, we did say AC Milan are overachieving, right? So they might come back down to earth, and Inter Milan might just slip, trip, fall, and make it and go through. But I would not say Inter Milan can win the Serie A title. I would say AC Milan will have to lose the Serie A title.
Okay. have many games to go. Big up to Geraldo Haynes. Geraldo says ball of the week is Arsenal. FA Cup for them competition digging deep. Changes to the lineup now, 4 straight win. As he's, we'll get to Arsenal and the FA Cup in a second as we'll touch some other major news, major games around European football before we get to Arsenal and the FA Cup and the League Cup semi-finals that took place this week, earlier on in the middle of the week. Junior, stepping away from Serie A to the Bundesliga, another big match that took place in the Bundesliga. 2 big games this weekend in the Bundesliga. Borussia Mönchengladbach defeated Bayern Munich 3-2. But one of the pick of the table match for us was looking at BVB, Borussia Dortmund versus RB Leipzig. You gave Leipzig the bug of the week. Were we expecting too much from Leipzig, knowing that Borussia Dortmund is a very stacked outfit?
No, it wasn't expecting too much because at some point, kind of like with AC Milan, where we know the teams are who they are now.
And I'll go ahead and pull the table up for the Bundesliga. Go ahead, Junior.
But the teams are who they are right now. We know the teams. These players, they're not tricking their way to the top of the table this far into the season.
Yeah.
You are up in the top of the table, you are a very good team. So we can't say Borussia Dortmund have a stacked team. Well, guess what? RB Leipzig is a very good team too. So they come into that game with an opportunity on the heels of Bayern Munich losing. You come in with an opportunity to put pressure, real pressure on Bayern Munich. We hear what Kingsley Coman and everybody's saying about Sane. We see the Sane thing. We don't know how that locker room is right now. And you went out there and laid an egg like that. I'm sorry, I'm not going to give you any pass. I'm not going to say Dortmund is a big side. You're a big team too, and it's time for these teams to accept who they are. I am a big side. We're going to go out there and play. It has nothing to do with X's and O's. I honestly think this game had more to do with mentality. And I feel RB Leipzig, watching the game, I feel they went on that field hoping not to lose instead of trying to win. Dortmund was in full attack, and that was the difference in the game to me.
Yeah, the first half wasn't a great contest, but the second half really came to life. And like you said, Borussia Dortmund, Erling Haaland, Jadon Sancho, Erling Haaland scored. I don't know if you remember that second goal that he walked through 3 or 4 RB Leipzig players, find Rafael Guerrero, who then made a nice little nifty move, laid off to Sancho, and Sancho found Haaland at the back. I mean, he started that play from 22, 25 yards out, and he was the one in the 6-yard box, 2 to 3 yards out to head that ball in. So that was impressive. RB Leipzig, I mean, defensively, they were just out to lunch. Upamecano was seem a bit lost. But Bayer Leverkusen, moving away from the Leipzig, Bayer Leverkusen seems to have not kicked on this year. They've lost their last. Well, they drew with Werder Bremen, but they haven't won a game since that defeat against Bayern Munich. Your thoughts yesterday? In the game, Werder Bremen way down at the bottom of the table. You think some of that is that New Year's hangover? I
think it is that big game hangover. And what AC Milan suffered, what AC Milan did suffer from, when I said Juventus, you put all the eggs in one basket. Leverkusen was flying high.
Yeah.
Flying high.
It's going almost they didn't need the break. The break disrupted them, it seems.
No, but every team went through a break. It's not like they're the only team that went through a break. Yeah. So you come back, everybody start from ground zero. So if the break really affected the team, then I have to question the coaching.
Yeah.
I have to question the preparation. So let's say all things being equal, I would assume all things are equal. I feel the loss to Bayern Munich carried over. I think that's a good carryover. I think the belief that we can make some noise in the Bundesliga kind of went out to them a little bit, because let's say they had defeated Bayern Munich, then there would have been a legitimate chance for them to say, yo, we have a chance to go make a run at the title. We lose to Bayern Munich, yo, We are who we are. I mean, and in all fairness, I still have to question the coaching because I don't have to question the preparation because all things being equal, you should beat Wolfsburg. I mean, you just should.
You should beat Werder Bremen. That's
Werder Bremen.
Yeah, that's down to Peter Bosch. Junior, were you surprised that Borussia Mönchengladbach defeated Bayern? Bayern seems to. I don't know what to make of Bayern. Maybe it's of course, it's an exceptional outfit, but they seem to sputter a bit here in this 3-2 loss to Mönchengladbach.
I don't know if they're getting found out. I don't know if it is a case of embarrassment of riches. I don't want to pin it on Leroy Sané. I really don't want to do it. But what is the difference between Bayern Munich last year and Bayern Munich this year? Leroy Sané. And I don't know. I don't know if that team is together.
And Douglas Costa too is the difference.
No, but Douglas Costa is not as high price as Leroy Sané. Not as highly coveted as Leroy Sané. And I question why bringing Douglas Costa in the first place. You have so many wingers. Why you need another one?
No, you
but
need another.
Not here nor there. But I don't know what the locker room is like. But let's not take nothing away from Mönchengladbach. The boy them come out and then play them heart out and then beat a very good team. That you expect them for lose to. The man come out and perform.
Yeah. Embolo and Mönchengladbach, and they did this without Marcus Thuram, who's still serving his suspension for the spitting incident. So that's the way the Bundesliga looks. Stepping away from the Bundesliga Junior, let's step to La Liga's Osasuna held Real Madrid to a draw. Zidane was complaining about playing in snow or playing on a snow pitch. I mean, come on, Zidane. Is Zidane getting a bit carried away with these complaining, Junior?
No, I think Zidane, like many coaches, are trying to figure out what is really going on with the inconsistencies. So, I mean, let's be honest. If when Jose come out and call out his players, we complain, right?
Yeah.
When Zidane come out and call out the weather instead of his players, we're going to complain. When a coach come out, when Conte come out and say, I ain't got nothing to say, and storm off, we complain.
Yeah.
Coaching is hard enough.
Yeah, it is.
Coaching is hard, especially when you're coaching a game that you're supposed to win, and you cannot explain why you didn't win. So, I don't know. I'm not trying to be funny, but Zidane, talk about your players then been alone, the snow alone. What? Only when your team have the ball, the snow affect you? Eh?
And we'll discuss a few things in our transfer news. Let's look at the La Liga table quickly. La Liga table quickly. Atletico Madrid still at the top. Barcelona defeated Granada 4-0. I want to get your thoughts on Pedri. A lot of Barcelona Blaugrana fans are saying that Pedri is better than Iniesta at 18 years old, and they really have him in high regard. I mean, Junior, I saw the expression, but have you seen this kid and your thoughts, your early reading on him? I mean, Iniesta is a baller. They're not comparing him to Iniesta. They're just saying that he was better than Iniesta at 18 years old.
Barcelona hat and called stupidness, man. Big up Javon, bro. Javon Bourne saying, did you see Sula's defending? Yes, Javon. Yes. Big up to Iraq Entertainment saying, heal. Javon Bourne, Iraq Entertainment, Borrell DXN, Heraldo Haynes, everybody that's listening right now. Do you guys believe Pedri is better than Iniesta at this age? Because that is, you know what that is? And speaking from experience as a Manchester United fan that is used to winning all of these games and cannot explain when the team turned absolute garbage, absolute rubbish. The first player that come up that make one little move, we say, oh my God, that remind me so much of Cristiano Ronaldo. Yo, Benton, you know, see the boy Lingard run through the middle like a Paul Scholes. Eh? It's the same thing with Pedri.
Yeah, fans are desperate. They're desperate for the second coming of their so-called stars, their heroes, right?
For the real Barcelona to return.
I think it's undue pressure that they're given to Pedri, but we cannot ignore that these comments are out there. But you've seen Pedri play. Your thoughts on him? He's getting a lot of the limelight.
All right. Big up to Tyrone. Big up to Ty Gale. Iraq, big up, man. This family same way. But Ty Gale said, only on PlayStation. Utter rubbish. Let me tell you something. It's a football right now. We are in the YouTube age. We are in the information age. Where as soon as a little baller, as soon as a little 18 or 17-year-old make a one cut or a one move, a man run and go find a long time video and say, yo, you know, so that brother is a Ronaldinho fan, can make a Ronaldinho move. Backside, that brother had the next Ronaldinho. That's the age that we are in right now.
Yes. As fans, we're desperate to find, yeah.
Play football, man. I've stopped. You see the word great? The word great is thrown around too much.
Yes.
No man not done nothing yet. He has done nothing yet. And we're talking about Iniesta. And you ask me watch how him play. Well, let me tell you something, Benton. Not only have I watched how he plays.
Yes.
His defenders them that going to go up against him has watched how he played. When him go play Champions League next year, if they make it to Champions League, they have watched how he played. When you run up on Virgil next year, Virgil never said that's a 19-year-old, but no, that's what the brother them said the next Iniesta. I am going to treat you like the next Iniesta. And let me see how you react. When you go play against Real Madrid in El Clasico, let me see how you react. When you go play against Atletico Madrid, when Chula sit on there, when Chula said, wait, are the next Iniesta this? We're going to show you the respect that you deserve as the next Iniesta. When that happens, I don't want you in a body come and say, oh, he's a 17-year-old, an 18-year-old. I want to shut up from now. And shut up then. I start put pressure upon the youth then, man.
Fair enough. Junior has spoken. Yes, I agree that to some extent a lot of this is premature. I must say, as a closet Barcelona fan, I like the way the kid plays. I like the confidence that he displays. And, you know, one of the important thing playing with Messi, you have to have the cojones to go forth and make the decisions yourself and suffer the repercussions. And the kid seems to have that. You know, I can't say the same thing about Griezmann and other weak-heart Coutinho, for example, who don't seem to have the cojones when they play against Messi to be able to make the decision independent of Messi. So that's more so why I give Pedri some level of credit. I think this comparison to Iniesta is extremely premature and unnecessary at this stage. Unnecessary. But Junior, looking at La Liga table quickly, Atletico Madrid having 3 games in on hand on the pack. Kieran Trippier picked up this suspension from the English FA. Kieran Trippier, an Atletico Madrid player, a starter for Atletico Madrid. Cholo was very unhappy about the suspension from the English FA. They've since appealed this ban to FIFA, and FIFA has stayed this suspension of Kieran Trippier. How vital it is for Cholo and Atletico Madrid to get that suspension reduced or overturned, and to have Kieran Trippier, who's been decent for them.
Oh, Kieran Trippier is the world's greatest right back?
Well, he likes to have his options. I mean, and Cholo was very adamant about that in his press conference. I need him to play.
Hold on. He likes to have his options?
Yes, he's like to have I think Kieran Trippier is either the first on the list for them. Defensively, it's Atletico Madrid is not the same defensively as old Junior. They've moved to more in the offense. So this is why Kieran is really gets a pass there for them.
Stop with the foolishness, man. All that is Cholo. All it is Cholo hates the fact that a federation other than the one that he's playing in is making a call on his player.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we don't want that precedent to be set. That's all that is. And the
That,
Spanish FA, I think, need to come up and say, yo, send we the evidence and let us adjudicate. If you want to stop him from playing for England for the next 2 to 5 to 10 years, do that. But you can't dictate to me whether the youth can play in my federation. To me, this is a contest, a pissing contest, it's a pee-pee contest.
yeah, it's a tricky situation, right? Because now FIFA came in and stayed the suspension. And to give football fans some overview of why he was suspended for giving insider information to his friends on a potential transfer, you know, or someone he knows in his circle who placed a bet on his imminent transfer.
Wrong. It's morally wrong. It's morally bad. But English FA is not your call to suspend him from club football. All right, put it this way. So that means if Atletico Madrid is playing in the Champions League final next week, the English FA is going to come out and say he can't play in the Champions League final.
Yeah,
what if they were playing the Champions League final against Liverpool? Then it's going to look like, oh, because you don't want to have a best baller or all our players available. It's just a bad precedent to set. And don't be surprised if there's retaliation. Don't be surprised if you have FAs coming out and saying, yo, that baller can't play. Do not be surprised. If I don't know, let's say Spanish FA said that here can't play in the Europa Cup final because there's allegation in the something. You think Manchester United?
I think this is past allegation, Biggs. They have evidence that Kieran Trippier did it. They took about 2 years investigation.
You never want to throw nothing out there, but let FIFA make that call. It should have never been the English FA.
It's never been. But here is football in its essence is something that is somewhat local, right? The crime was committed in England, according to the English FA. Subsequently, he's been punished. So you think that he should have just been punished from playing football within England and not been punished to play football at all?
You can't play within English shores for 10 weeks or 2 months or 3 months.
Okay.
Or better yet, English FA, pick up the phone. You can't send them fax. Now we know how the Spanish FA stays with fax machines. Call them and say, listen me, Kieran Trippier we have subsequent proof that Trippier did XYZ. My recommendation to you is give him a 10-match ban. That's what we do. I don't know how you will angle it, but that's what we will do. Here is the proof. And make the Spanish FA make that call. You can't dip in the man pocket and you're not paying him. It's just madness.
It's an interesting thing. We'll see what happened after FIFA's stayed the suspension pending their own investigation. Sevilla play Atletico Madrid this week. Atletico Madrid continues to do well in La Liga and they continue to lead the table. Real Madrid dropped points against second to last Osasuna. Barcelona defeated Granada. Junior, stepping away from the English FA, we want to get your thoughts on the League Cup final is set. Spurs defeated Brentford and Manchester United lost to Manchester City. It seems like we should rename the League Cup to Manchester City Trophy. I mean, your thoughts on this League Cup?
We'll see what happens. I mean, I don't think it's a walk in the park for City, though.
Yeah, it's but in your mind, do Spurs have to win something this year with Jose Mourinho? And this would be a very good, well, not very good, but be part of that trophy edition, so to speak. Because
we know how Jose is. Jose, that I don't care if it's a teacup or a chimney cup, Jose is going to treat it like he won the World Cup. So yes, it's very important for Jose's aura to continue growing at Tottenham. He has to win this trophy. He definitely does. And does he have what it takes to win it with the team? Of course. Yeah.
All right, Biggs. How about you hit some of the major comments coming out on the chat?
Ty soon talk about the Manchester United game, and don't worry. Big up to Iraq Entertainment. Said rubbish talk. talking about Pedri versus Iniesta, until he has done all that Iniesta has done, or has already done. Javon Bourne saying, I'm a Barca fan. The people who say Pedri is better than Iniesta at 18 are just ridiculous.
They didn't say he's better than him. What? Yeah, I want to them people, yeah, man. They did not.
What did he say?
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Pedri is a very good player. People are very fast to comparing players. He said that's society now. Iraq saying he has the qualities, but he has to prove himself. Iniesta do it already. I pressure them, I pressure the youth. Big up. Ty saying, I rather saying, no, sir. Ty said, remember Aaron Lennon and Walcott. Same crap, yeah? Remember Dos Santos? Same crap. Remember Saviola? Same crap. Geraldo Ian saying, no, sir, we can't do no Pedri to Iniesta comparison. Pedri is a sure, Pedri has sure potential, but a first season of first team football. You know, all Ramos, them are wait for throw elbow on them chin. Like, they want to hear this and talking about the League Cup. When Jose reach finals, you know he delivers. Why? I'm Malimal, big up Malimal saying, laugh out loud. Listen, my people. Manchester United versus Manchester City. I was very happy Man U lose that game.
Why, Junior?
That's one less game Ole got sent out in best 11.
Okay, so the schedule now gets lighter.
Yes.
Okay.
But City, this tribe aside.
Yeah, Man City outplayed them. I mean, it was it was not even a real competition.
Hold on. Go easy.
You know.
Go easy about the real competition. We're not going to go that far.
We'll get to Manchester United versus Liverpool preview in a second, but Man City was outstanding. But like you said, regarding this League Cup final, it can go either way. But I just think that Tottenham and Jose Mourinho really needs to win something to really kind of, appease those players. And Ty Gale says he blame Ole again. I blame Ole again. Let's move away from the League Cup semi-finals to the FA Cup. Junior, the major players won. Only a couple of upsets, or if you want to call the Charleroi defeat of Derby County, a depleted Derby County, an upset. But Leeds lost to Crawley. That's a major upset. The other usual suspects won in the FA Cup. Your thoughts on this weekend's FA Cup play?
It's a needed loss for Leeds, though. We know Leeds not winning the FA Cup. Why play all of these games? At some point, you have to. It's bad that you lost to Minos. That's fine, but you're trying to maintain a status in the Premier League. You don't want to slip, and you don't want the chase for a meaningless trophy be the reason why you slip and fall out of the Premier League. In my opinion.
Yes.
The negative is you rather lose to a Liverpool, or you rather lose to a Tottenham or a City or any other big side. But their Bielsa probably don't like the fact that they lost. But that's one less game we have to worry about. One less meaningless game. Because they're not winning the FA Cup. We know that.
Yeah, so interesting. Crawley, who plays in the 4th division in English football, manager John Yems actually interviewed for Leeds' position, met with Victor Orta and Leeds brass before they hired Marcelo Bielsa a few seasons ago. And so John Yems, manager of Crawley, formerly was involved in the setup of Bournemouth, was very ecstatic to really get one over and get a bit of revenge on this Leeds outfit and Marcelo Bielsa. Junior, on reviewing the FA Cup, Chelsea won resoundingly. Good for them. We know Lampard was under a bit of pressure. Kai Havertz scored. Arsenal won also. Arsenal seems to be doing quite well. But one thing that stood out to me was Liverpool defeated Aston Villa, and the fact that Liverpool starts as a strong team. Were you surprised by Klopp's decision?
No,
Junior?
Because he's looking for continuity. And Liverpool
but Junior, he's often said that players' welfare and of course his team is getting spent. They've drew their last few matches. don't you think that you need to give the Mohamed Salahs and of the world a break and let them rest?
You see, again, that's a question now why coaching is so hard. Because if they go and lose to Manchester United next week, if they had fielded a second team, you know, here it's a boy, you should have never give the youth them a rest because them lose them continuity. If them lose to Man U next week, boy, you shouldn't give the youth them a rest. There's no right or wrong answer. It's
Yes,
just
there's a right or wrong answer. You're playing Aston Villa Academy. You're playing Aston Villa Academy. Why do you need Mane, Salah, Gigi Wijnaldum, and Henderson to play Aston Villa Academy?
all right. So look at it from the other side.
Yes.
That Klopp is losing trust in his second side. Is he losing trust in minimal
And he did play Takumi Manemina.
Right, but is he losing trust in him though? Because you should be able to play around him against Aston Villa. You don't need Mane and Salah. I agree with you, but is he losing trust in his second string?
No, that's a genuine question. I think there's a bit of concern because he doesn't seem to. I know Divock Origi was on the bench. He doesn't seem to. By the way, why is Origi still at Liverpool? Is he there to contribute to things? I mean, because I would expect him to play in a game like this.
I think the GG's contract situation is what is keeping Origi at Liverpool.
Okay, how so?
Remember, Gigi hasn't signed the extension.
Yeah. Gigi hasn't signed his extension. He wants to stay and he's trying to work out the money situation.
He's trying to go to Barcelona.
Okay, all right, Junior.
Look, Ty Gill is a Liverpool fan, and the man said, no break because we need to practice. We need a practice match for Man U. Last year, Klopp played the youths in the English FA, and English soccer pundits ate him alive.
All right, let's go to Liverpool now that we're on and we get ready for the Manchester United game. Junior, I mean, I disagree with that, Ty Gill and Liverpool Nation. You have, this is why you use your squad. You've complained, your manager has complained ridiculously about player welfare. Rest the star ballers and run out the youths then. But no, let's go to the EPL. Junior, Liverpool lost to Southampton last time we were here. Ralph Hasenhuttl and Southampton. Ralph Hasenhuttl fell down in tears. Were you a bit shocked by the reaction?
No, because we know the relations between Hasenhuttl and Klopp, right?
What's the relation?
The man want to beat the man out here, brother.
All right, let's look at the EPL table as we get ready to Manchester United versus Liverpool. Manchester United will
first. Manchester United play Burnley Tuesday.
Yes, Manchester United will play play Burnley. So if Manchester United does take a point from that Burnley game, going into that Liverpool matchup on Sunday, they will be ahead of be leading the EPL table.
Yo, brother. You see like how the Man U hype a get back? Man, me send a shandy back across the way, man. You talk about get a point against Burnley. When Man U beat Burnley Tuesday, we are going up against Liverpool, top of the table, 2-point lead. That is huge. No, honestly, I don't want that to happen. I would rather go to Liverpool tied at top of the league or trailing. I wouldn't even mind losing to Burnley Tuesday. As crazy as it sounds, people. As crazy as it sounds. What we just saw Juventus did to AC Milan is because Juventus, the defending champions, were 4th or 5th at the time. They were a wounded animal and they are playing against the quote-unquote best team in Italy. If Man U beat Burnley, when Man U beat Burnley going up against Liverpool, Pogba going to get a new haircut with a new hair color. Bruno, I going to have him buff teeth and get even buffer. Maguire going to feel like him can play midfield. they are going to, I am worried that they are going to feel like they are really the best team in England. And Liverpool is going to feel like the Liverpool that was chasing their first Premier League title. That is what I'm afraid of. I am afraid that Man U is going to go into that game with the mindset that let's come out maintaining the lead in the Premier League instead of trying to beat Liverpool. People don't know how worried I am. I expect us to beat Burnley, and I expect next week that will come back and have to sit down and listen to Tyrone. They have to go listen to Dalton. They have to go listen to Marco. They have to listen to all the Liverpool man them come out and say, yo, the idiot side already, blah, blah, blah.
But Junior, but regardless of what mentality Liverpool show up with, I mean, this is a big game for Liverpool to show the so-called competitors in this league that, look, we are still Liverpool.
No,
they drew with West Brom in the league. They drew with Newcastle in the league. They lost to Southampton. This is their last 3 matches. And now they need to put a statement game. So regardless of what mentality Manchester United show up with, it's imperative that Liverpool beat them. And not just beat them, show them that, look, we are still Liverpool. I mean, that's fundamentally what they have to do this Sunday. They have to show Manchester United, like, we are still the defending champion. We are the top dog. They got Thiago Alcantara coming back, who's been back playing minutes. Junior, Manchester United mindset should have no bearing on this game. Liverpool need these 3 points.
If Camon was here, Camon would say, mental stop for the Jude here. I just play full for catch wise. It know better. I know better. Let me tell you some people. Liverpool has nothing to prove. If you were to take a poll of every Manchester United fan in the world, remove alcohol, remove narcotics, remove everything that can alter the state of mind, and give them a poll and say, Man U and Liverpool are tied right now with how many games leave? 16, 17 games to go, and they are tied right now. Who is odds-on favorite to win the Premier League? 85% of the people going to say Liverpool are odds-on favorite. My heart says Manchester United, but common sense says Liverpool. Liverpool has the pedigree. They have the titles. They win Champions League. They win Premier League. They are the best team in England. They are injured, yes. They are a wounded animal, yes. But Manchester United, unfortunately, are, from my perspective, they are still trying to prove to people that they are back. This is a statement game for Manchester United. It's more for Liverpool, it's just another Sunday. For Manchester United, this is a top of the table clash. For Liverpool, this is going to be, let's handle our business. We know Man U going to drop points. We know Man U not winning every game. Let's just handle our business. It's a different mentality. The tables have turned. This is not Alex Ferguson, Manchester United, going up against, I don't know, Brendan Rodgers, Liverpool. This is Jurgen Klopp, best team in Europe, going up against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, trying to find him way. Look at it this way. Man U is 2 losses away from people saying Ole out. You are not hearing anybody say Klopp out, ever. But Man U is 2 losses away from hearing. If Man U lose to Burnley Tuesday and lose to Liverpool Sunday, people going to come and say Ole out. And you want to tell me Liverpool should be afraid of that team?
No, Liverpool should not be afraid of any. I mean, I don't expect Liverpool to be afraid of any team. But what I do expect Liverpool, if Liverpool is really hell-bent on regaining this title, Liverpool should show up this Sunday after what has transpired these last few weeks in the EPL. They've lost to Southampton. They drew with Newcastle, and they drew with idiot West Brom, who have conceded 20, have a goal difference of minus 28. They drew with West Brom. Junior, with those 3 results, Jurgen Klopp, demanding as he is as a manager, should be lighting a fire under his boys to say, look, we need to go out and show our nearest competitor in this table, we are still Liverpool. It's just like...
That is my fear. So I am going to hope, I'm big up Tyson, when Man U lose to Pool, it's due to Cavani's absence. And when the injured players come back, it will be deadly. I agree. But yes, I agree, Benton, but that's what I want. As a Man U fan, I want Klopp to wire Liverpool so much. Attack, attack, attack. And every Liverpool fan out there know. You attack Manchester United, you are begging to get slaughtered on the counter-attack. Put Thiago, I rate Thiago, but rate Thiago. But put Fred up there beside him and McTominay beside him. And then I'll clot him up. Attack us. As a Manchester United fan, from the whistle blow, please clap. Attack the side. Attack. Don't worry about Rashford. Rashford is a bug. Don't worry about Marshall. Marshall can't play football. Attack us. Don't worry about Bruno. Bruno teeth buff, and you're going to kick him in the mouth and teeth chip. Don't worry about Bruno. Attack us, Liverpool. Please attack us. Try score 6 goals against you in the first 5 minutes.
So, Junior, with all that being said, who do you have? How do you have the outcome of this match?
A draw.
A draw. So, do you think Ole will set up in a conservative fashion to try to just come away with a draw?
No, he's not going to say. He's going to set up in a counter-attacking fashion. And I expect McTominay and Fred to start. The question is, will Pogba play? Because, actually, yeah, Pogba going to play. It's going to be 4-2-2. McTominay and Fred in the middle, and they're going to be the midfield destroyers. Pogba on the left, Bruno on the right, Rashford and Marshall up top. That is my prediction.
That's your prediction.
Tiger Benton. Remember, all the big teams are losing. Look at Chelsea. Big teams are losing. Look at Chelsea. I'm just glad that when Liverpool drop points, they are drawn games. Back in the day, when Fergie had his bad runs, they were drawn games. You want to be careful, because if Pool attacks first and scores 2, there's no coming back. So Scribe Minister said, after all that posturing, Judah said going to be a draw.
I have Liverpool winning this game. I have Liverpool. Liverpool needs a victory.
There are no fans in the stands.
They need a victory. I mean, the next week Sunday we're going to be here. They've played 4 EPL games and they haven't won a game. Come on. And this game, I think, is also at Anfield. So with their two...
There are no fans.
No, so now it's tier level. They've removed the 2000, tier 5. They've removed the 2,000 fans.
For this game, no fans. So when you're watching TV, Liverpool fans out there, I hear you'll never walk alone, and you alone, I hear it.
I got Liverpool winning this game. Liverpool should win this game 2-1, because ultimately they have to send a statement to their nearest rival in this league, Manchester United. Junior, quickly, Arsenal is doing quite well. We have to say a thing for Arsenal. Arteta won in an FA Cup, and Willian and David Luiz play.
You see what happened when the big side, when Ty talk about Chelsea, feel sorry for a little side. You see what happened? Now we're going to talk about Arsenal playing good. Listen, man, Arsenal just beat who they should beat. It's just that simple.
What do you think about this kid, Rowe, this young kid, Emil Rowe, and Bakary Saka?
Listen, man, what don't mind wear?
I don't even know. I just
exactly. So you ask me.
But I see the kid play. I mean, I'm not paying attention to numbers.
But how you ask me? Which number Ronaldinho here? Okay. You ask about a baller, we never know him number, and we want to talk about him. Ballchat, man.
Arsenal family, I think the kid looks good. I think Emil Rowe looks like a promising prospect.
You make Geraldo Haynes bust up.
Yeah, Junior.
You make Geraldo bust a blood vessel talking about the ball. You ball to Ballchat, man.
All right. Quickly, before we step to Yard Ballers, Junior, before we step to Yard Ballers, I want to hear your thoughts on the transfer window so far. You guys picked up Amad Diallo, young 18-year-old from Atalanta. Douglas Costa is without a team. How do you think Brexit and the change in employment laws will affect this transfer window? This is the first transfer window with such Brexit rules in effect.
I think COVID have a bigger effect on the transfer window than Brexit right now. I think COVID is what is causing the dry run, because I'm pretty sure these teams forecasted by now they would at least have a couple thousand fans in the stand, and a couple of those games with those tickets them could have parlay and figure out some way for bringing a ball. I think that is more the underlying issue. Brexit effect, I expect that in the summer. I don't think it's too early to see what Brexit does to the transfer window, but in the summer. But the COVID, I think COVID is what is really causing it now, because Man U didn't just bring in Diallo. Diallo fee was agreed on last summer.
Yeah, so it was
bringing me in January. So there is no real transfer moves as yet from anybody.
Okay, so we'll keep update on transfer news. All right, Junior, let's hit yard ballers as we touch Jamaican news and Jamaican football news, and try to discuss major news in the world of Jamaican football. And we'll also try to, if we have time permit, we'll touch some news in our own backyard also. Junior, Raviel Morrison and his former club, ADO, then decide to part ways. Is that a good thing? I mean, Raviel needs to play football, right, if he's going to be effective for the Reggae Boys.
Big up everybody watching right now on Flow Sports. You know, we are live on Flow Sports, so big up the whole Flow Sports family. And they love when we talk about Jamaican football, right? And everybody, Ballchat family, you know, we're worldwide football, but we are very passionate when it comes to our country, right? So I have to really gauge myself, because it looked like Ravel have thin skin, and based on his reaction to the plane tickets allegedly going to Saudi Arabia, right? So I have to be very careful. So I'm going to choose my words wisely. Ravel Morris is a head case here, man.
And those are the views of Junior, all right? Those are the views of Junior, not the views of Ballchat. You hear me, family? Go ahead.
Ravel, I hear representatives. Those are my views, but those are my views based on an impression, because I don't know what the situation is. I'm not privy to any information. So hopefully, if you guys got offended by my comment, hopefully my next comment will be absorbed properly. It looks bad when you cannot settle in a team. It looks bad. Let's bring in Yaya Toure. When Yaya Toure came out and said how Pep Guardiola was, right? And ball him against Pep Guardiola, right? Yeah. Left Barcelona, came to City, played under Pep Guardiola, but still left, right?
Yeah.
It felt somewhat believable. As fantastic as the claim is, it felt somewhat believable based on Yaya Toure's history, right?
Yeah.
If Ravel Morris come out tomorrow and say, yo, this your coach a bad mind, this your team a bad mind, anybody that knows his history is going to say, well, Ravel, you can't really second one team still in us. So, you so bad looking, brother.
Yeah. So he's part ways. Last played for the former club ADO Den Hague in the league on December 23rd. So good luck. We'll see where Ravel Morrison.
What you think about it, Benton? Put yourself on the record.
Come on. Ravel needs to play football, and he's a footballer. He's a professional footballer. He's 27 years old. He's played for a lot of teams. You know, come on, what I said, what's that? Rolling Stone gathers no moss. Maybe something along those lines. It's not a good look, and hopefully he will join up with the club real soon, because he needs to be on the park. He's very, very, very talented.
MLS?
Junior?
MLS?
Yeah, I guess he could cut it in MLS, but I mean he would have to stay at the team to cut it.
So Big up Ty. Ty said Ravel's career is over with. He is no Edmundo.
I see, there you go. I'm not gonna go. Those are the views of Ty. Yeah, but I am, Ravel need to figure out what's going on, and good luck. Good luck to him.
And in all fairness to Ravel, yeah, I agree. And again, hopefully you represent. I hope and pray you can settle at a team where they give you the opportunity that you think you deserve.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
take the chance that you think you need, and grab that opportunity and run with it. Because again, it's just not a good look. I don't know, and this is where might have a link, like the agents them will know one thing and say, is that a good look? Is it a good look for a player to terminate his contract? No, again, we don't know the circumstances.
Yeah, it's mutual consent. So, yeah.
That is the PR spin, and big them up for the PR spin. But it is what it is.
Yeah, it is. Junior, hitting some more Jamaican news quickly as we wrap up Ball Chat. The tape, we discussed the tape ad nauseum last week, the audio tape that was released as players and the JFF negotiate the terms of engagement in terms of payment for the Saudi Arabia tour by the Reggae Boys. Since that tape was made public by, we don't know, whosoever did, Ricardo Fuller, former player Marshall came out and criticized this whole thing. Shaka Hislop, Trinidad and Tobago International, and ESPN analysts call it colonial, if I'm not mistaken, negotiation. Junior, Ricardo Fuller says that the JFF brass need to resign. Your thoughts on the backlash? And of course, JFF has remained pretty quiet.
Is that moments like these, everybody at Ballchat should hope my microphone get cut off, my internet goes away, and I drop out of this meeting so that I can't say what I really need to say. So people, if there is a football god, he's going to strike the internet right now. I'm going to get cut off. JFF, listen to me, man. You know how bad this looks. You know how much things we have to call into question right now. I can go back from my history. I can start from Jeffrey Maxwell. And if everybody remember what happened to Jeffrey Maxwell at Jamaica, we can talk about Carl Brown, Boys Town, the Jamaican football team, and certain players can't come play for Jamaica, right? We can talk about, no disrespect, Robbie Earl, big up yourself. Big up yourself, Robbie Earl. Big up my boy there. What name? Chris, not Chris Gale. What the Gale name? What the forward? Marcus Gale.
Marcus Gale.
We can talk about that 98 World Cup team. We have some baller with sweat and work for make it to the World Cup.
Junior, we need to wrap up the show in a bridge.
I'm like a hype brother for come running for the national team. And them kind of foolishness were going at JFF. And now it's spilling over where with the advent of modern technology where people can now record conversations. The things that we used to hear and the things that we used to say, boy, that sounds fantastic. Brother, can you believe the man them sit down and negotiate some scamming? 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 Listen to me. Yes, sir, people, the next time you get a call from an 876 number and them say you win Publishers Clearinghouse or you win this some money, record the conversation and listen back the GFF tape them. And I promise you one of them days, you're going to hear the voice sound familiar. Because them money are some professional scammers, man. It's disrespect. It's painful. It's painful that a Jamaican fan, a Reggae Boys fan, we sit down and we talk about how we want the best 11 and this is Jamaica best 11. We sit down and say, here's our best team. And them things are going behind the scenes, brother.
But Junior, and let's hit some of the comments. BM says, at Ballchat, I already told you guys about Ravel. And big up yourself, BM. BM says, I just think he's too much of a risk. Prime Minister says, big up yourself, Prime Minister Ravel to Leeds. What worse that could happen? I mean, that means you have to pay him. Pay a bonus to Leeds for that Ravel contract. Every minute he step on the grass, that's payment. No, everything will be a bonus structured contract, in my opinion, for the next team that Ravel plays for. But Junior, my question back to this JFF discussion and the backlash from former players and media pundits regarding this leak audio of negotiation between Damian Lowe and the brass of the JFF. Junior, what do you think would be a good solution here? Should they have an established, of course, Craig Butler said that these things should not occur with players. These negotiations should occur with management only, JFF and the players' management. Should the JFF implement some sort of payment structure? For example, if you play in X league and you have X amount of experience, years of experience, you get X salary or X stipend, rather than every tour period or every scenario period, every period you have these negotiations that taking place. Do you think some sort of established payment structure would be best to go? I mean, how do you solve these things? So you can't keep doing all these negotiations every time game come up.
Listen, man. JFF should not have a pay structure.
Yeah.
Simple. I'm just throwing an arbitrary figure out there.
Yeah.
$1,500 per match.
Yes.
Standard. $1,500 per match. Standard.
Mm-hmm.
What the JFF should do is make it possible for sponsors to come in and sponsor a baller that they want. So, for example, Leon Bailey, right?
Yeah.
Jamaica's best footballer, most coveted footballer right now in the national program is Leon Bailey, right?
Yeah.
Just throwing a company out there, Sherwin-Williams. They should get an opportunity to reach out to Leon Bailey and say, when you are playing for Jamaica, I would like to sponsor you. And the JFF facilitate that move. In facilitating that move, the JFF has now given players an opportunity to make more money based on their talents and their skills and their current skill level, right? Without them paying the money. Because if I am a baller from Westmoreland and I work my socks off to make it to the national program, you can't look at me and say, you give me $500 and you give your next baller 10 grand to play in the same game. We're wearing the same jersey. We're playing the same 90 minutes. You cannot do that. To me, that is just stupidity.
Yeah, but
it's available for the players to get sponsored.
Yeah,
Make it
yeah.
sponsored. Make a company come out and say, Westmoreland Ball, I like you, but I like Liam Bailey more. I mean, I understand it. But GFF not supposed to be paying one baller more than the next baller. It should not happen.
So, but I mean, currently, so the current situation of $2,000 per match per some of these negotiations that the players ask for across the board is, I mean, is that right? Could they keep doing this negotiation before imagine World Cup qualifiers coming up and there is no trust between these two parties? Because privy to those discussions, I mean, players, I think I heard Damian Lowe said that we know how much money you guys got from FIFA.
Yeah, but he said that a one record, remember the other tape come out, but we now allow that alone.
Yeah.
But no, but he said this is a problem when the negotiation is happening between players and the GFF. It should be a lawyer. It should be a contract that's negotiated. The GFF, I don't know. And what I'm hearing from reliable sources is the GFF prefer it that way. The GFF prefer to negotiate with the players directly, right? And that's what I heard. But if the GFF can come to a player and say, listen, man, I guarantee we're playing 10 games per year, right? I am willing to pay every player $1,500 for argument's sake. I'm willing to pay a player $1,500 per game. And I'm guaranteed to playing 10 games per year. That is 15 grand. I am promising you I'm going to pay you 15,000 a year. Right? Make that be a contractual agreement. Make it a contract. Yeah. But then that not going to put JFF on the hook to try to find 10 competitive games for the youth them for playing. Right? Versus, all right, let's negotiate per game. Because that don't guarantee that you're going to play 10 games. You can play 2 games. You can play 3 games. You can play 1 game. It don't matter. We'll come to the table once you get a game. That is my impression. Now, JFF, but this one and cheat on the bad, but you don't know it's a passion.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to come out and correct me if I'm wrong, please do. But the impression that I get is you guys are so afraid to commit to a 10 or 12 game schedule where it would be easier to get the players to sign on to is a $1,500 per game scenario where they know a player that get called up for 10 games getting 15 grand for the year, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't know if they might bring in a player 5 games in, they might bring in a player 3 games. It don't matter. You can't come in now as a baller and want to renegotiate because it's already been signed off on. That is $1,500 per game. I think that would have been easier, but the man, them make it harder. I don't know. GFF, putting it out there again, we have reached out to the GFF many times. Forward. Talk to us. We have an ears out there. Many people in here what really are going.
Yeah. All right. Let's wrap it up, Junior. Let's wrap up. Last comment from the chat. BM is saying, what happened to Jeffrey Maxwell? And Junior.
I don't remember the story.
Quickly, Junior, what happened to Jeffrey Maxwell? And by the way, these are the views of Junior.
No views. Remember Jeffrey Maxwell getting a whole heap of trouble still. Remember that. It's like 30 years ago or 25 years ago. So, remember Jeffrey Maxwell was coaching Jamaica. I was supposed to coach Jamaica for a period.
So the last, I think our last thing I privy to it. I will find out BM, but I don't want to make any pronouncements.
BM, I know the story, BM, but I don't my business. But I'm just saying though that there's too much history. There's so much things that go on with the GFF that it is very hard for us to look at the tape that came out and think it's a one-off.
Yes.
Very hard, and that's all I'm saying. So I said it passionately before. Let me say it the real way right now.
Yeah.
Very difficult when you see the track record of things that have happened, to questionable things that have happened. I will sit down and we don't know the full story. But when we get privy to a little behind the curtain, a little behind the scenes, like an hour, 2 hours of how many hours of conversation, it is hard to put the GFF in the right based on the track history or based on the track record. The Jeffrey Maxwell thing, I don't really GFF still, but you know the thing.
Yeah, Jeff, last I heard was that report, 2016 when he was coaching, attempted to coach, didn't tell.
No, but something happened in the 90s too.
Yeah, but there's other things in the 90s. But football family, thank you for joining us. Subscribe to our channel, subscribe to our YouTube page and our Facebook page. Come on, we'll be back next week with more Chelsea discussion and more football discussion. You can connect with us on Instagram at Ballchat Podcast. We're on Twitter at Ballchat1, Facebook at Ballchat. You can email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. I will find out where exactly or what is going on with Jeffrey Maxwell next week, and I'll let you guys know, but I don't want to talk anything. Junior?
But if the question is one to Jeffrey Maxwell, now him all. A long time I coach football one. But listen to me, next week, people, if Man U will lose to Liverpool badly, I will be in a somber mood.
Well, if Man, bless our family, look at